this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, July 21st, 2025, here for my weekly cross-stitch update. So, nothing too crazy here, but I guess I'll jump right in. Don't think I got anything this week. So, I guess I'll just start showing you what I did. We like to start with my Sunday Stitch, Books of the Bible by My Big Toe. And I've been enjoying this, just doing one length of thread every Sunday. And here's where I got to. This is 25 count Bee Stitch Me Lugana through the stones, 1/1 full cross, called for silks. I did Ezra, part of Nehemiah, so I'll finish Nehemiah and do Esther. If I have any string left, I'll probably add it to the border. But then the following week, there's another little flower here, so that'll be fun. So that's fun, chipping away at that one. Slowly but surely. I did work on, oh yeah, my travel piece. Very little this week. One day. Oh, I should show you. Tulips. This is my easy to take places travel piece. It's part of the Stitchy Seed packet series by the Fat Quarter Shop. Tulips. I believe this is the second one. And here's where I got to this week. Just a little bit in the leaf. I think I only had some time during my son's clarinet lesson, and then I actually ran an errand as well, so I had very little, maybe 15 minutes. So this is Through the Stones. Just kidding, that was the other one. This is Sand Dollar, 25 count Bee Stitch Me. 1/1 full cross with fancy floss. The two darker pinks are called for, but the other ones are just stuff I had that's similar. So I might have a lid, well, I'll just have a little bit again this week. Because even during the lesson, we have dentist appointments, but yeah, we'll see. I might have a little more time than last week. But we'll see. It's not a big deal in the summer. It is what it is. So then I worked on Secret Garden twice during some calls because they just happened. My phone calls, two of my phone calls, one with my sister and one with Desiree, happened to be on days when the Tour de France didn't have stitching. One was a rest day on Tuesday, and then Friday was only 11 stitches, so I didn't even bother pulling that out for a call. I just did this one. So this is by Historical Sampler Company. It used to be a mystery stitch along. It's all out now, and I'm just working on finishing it up little by little. So here is this one, and it's a 28 count mystery green by Live and Die LA. 1/1 full cross with the called for DMCs and some pinks over here, and a little bit of the brown in the bees I also did. So that's cute. So I think when I might finish out those two bees and then maybe see what's over here to try to do like top down stuff. This one is now at 47.67%. So almost halfway done. It's not super big. That's good. And then the rest of my kind of bonus stitching. Oh yeah, I already showed you Meadow that I finished on Monday right before I filmed. So my Tour de France stitching has been So Many Friends. So whenever I have stitches I'm stitching the amount of kilometers they're cycling every day in the Tour de France. I just Google it and find the list. I'm not doing it formally anywhere. This is the one I'm working on now because it was the next one with the least amount of stitches in Pattern Keeper. So Luminous Fiber Arts, So Many Friends, and it's a cute little one that I started in February with some friends at the Pacific Stitching Retreat. So this one, like I said, there were 2 days this week that had little, like one had 0 stitches needed for the Tour de France and the other had 11. So there was only 4 days worth of stitching, whereas this coming week, I think we're gonna have a full 6, because there's one rest day. Yeah. And then all the way through Sunday will be a decent amount of stitches. So hopefully I'll get a lot more stitches done this coming week. But this is where I'm at now. And I realized I have been telling you the wrong thing. I think 2 weeks ago, I didn't tell you the fabric at all. And last week I told you the wrong thing. So this is a Stitch Me 25 count, but it is Frozen Lake. And it's 1/1 full cross with some fancy floss that looks like what's called for. Most of it is different. And yeah, I got, oh, I should have totaled it up. But I don't know how many stitches I got, but whatever the Tour de France numbers would have been Monday through Sunday, and then it's now at 40.96%. So I worked in some pine trees. Oh, I filled in the church. I did 1 length of thread in the trunk, and I did some white along here. So pretty fun. Liking that. So hopefully that'll get a nice big chunk this coming week. And then Sunday will be the last day of Tour de France. So this will be my monogamous piece. 1 more week. And then I'll go back to, I don't think I'll finish it in that amount of time because it's got a little bit too much left. But then starting next week, I'll go back to temperature daily 30 for about a month until the La Vuelta starts in mid-August. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. So I will adjust my numbers right before my video next week with whatever I have in Pattern Keeper, sort it by least amount of stitches, and then do that for temperature stitching for a month. So that'll be fun. Oh, another thing with bonus stitching that I have decided to do, which will also start at the beginning of August. So I'll show my piece. Let's see, the first game is on the 9th of August. So I'll show my piece, the whatever video is on the 4th of August. So not yet, but Kim Hollenbeck over at, I think she's actually just Kim Hollenbeck on YouTube. Spartan Stitcher on Instagram, I think. And she co-runs Full Coverage Fanatics. She was starting wants to start a game just for herself that's following the scores or yards or whatever you want with football games. Because she's seen people do stitching games associated with like the Great British Baking Show and Big Brother and different things of that nature. And she didn't watch any of that stuff. So she's like, what do I watch that would have a varying result? And thought, well, she does watch her particular football team. So she thought it'd be fun to do something along that line. And I don't know exactly what she has decided to do, but I think it was one of the suggestions she gave. Plus, I saw someone in the comments thinking about this too, but I'm going to pick one piece and stitch 10 stitches per point that my team gets during the NFL season. So our team is the Denver Broncos, and it's our family team. We all root for them. My husband picked them when he was in high school. And what's this one called? And so we all just root for them now. And I picked this one. My oldest son, who loves football, helped me pick a pattern because like I don't have anything boyish left because I finished the Visit Endor for him already. And so we were originally going to maybe do my Quaker flag because American football is American. So, but then we ended up settling on this one because this is representing our family, and the Broncos are our family team. So he's like, that would work good. So he's like, yeah, work on that. So this will get, starting on the 9th of August, this will get 10 stitches per point. Scratch that. It's going to change. So in the 9th of August, it'll only be 5 stitches per point because it's the preseason. So during the preseason, we'll do 5 stitches per point that they get at the end of a game. And I'll have the whole week to finish it. So if I don't have a lot of time, whatever day, especially in the preseason, sometimes you don't know until Monday, what the finish was. So I'll have a whole week to finish the stitches whenever I have time. And then during the regular season, it'll be 10 points per point in the game that they get. During the postseason, assuming we make it, I'll do 20 stitches per point at the end of the game. And then if a miracle happens, when we go to the Super Bowl, then I will do 50 points per stitch if they are in the Super Bowl. So that is kind of my plan for the football season. And I thought that'd be fun. And so it's something else that I can do to just kind of get work on that owl piece that I do want to kind of push forward, and then have something random that I can participate in, and maybe have something to connect with my older son as well. So I think it's a win-win on all things. So that's coming. If anybody wants to participate in that, it's called, Kim is calling it the Gridiron Grind. And so if you want to participate in that, you can go, I think her last update video, she talks about it at the very end. So you can go see her take on it too. And she gives some suggestions of different things. You could do rushing yards or passing yards or that kind of thing if you want different statistics to play with for finding stitches. But that's what I'm going to do. And I thought that'd be fun. Okay, so I guess everything else. Oh no, yeah, my daughter wanted to work on Cozy Cabin Kitties again. So we did one evening. So this is by Cross Stitch for Everyone. And it's a AI picture from Missy Means, who owns Cross Stitch for Everyone. So this is Cozy Cabin Kitties, and it's so cute. And we're both working, my daughter and I are both working on this on our own pieces. So I pulled out mine, she pulls out hers, and she likes to only work on it when I'm working on mine. But maybe eventually she'll pull it out more, because I usually do a whole length of thread when I get it out, and she doesn't do quite that much each time because I'm a faster stitcher. But here's mine that I got done. One length of thread. This is 28 count, I think beige Jobelin 1/1 full cross. I got 97 stitches. It's now at 0.46%. So I put this length in up here just to go across the top. I couldn't quite figure out a good color to help make the face stand out more, so I just decided I'm going to go back to what I like to do and, work from the top down. You can see it's the start of a cat with the ear shapes there, so I'm just going to go back to filling in background, because I do love to work from the top down with the way I hold my stitches. And then I did remember to bring hers in here too. I don't think I remember to show it last time we worked on it, which has been a few months already now, but she's doing hers on a 16 count water lily Ada. And so she did, I think my before picture will probably be 2 sessions ago. She doesn't do a ton each time, but here's hers. She started down in the little kitten, the orange kitten. So it's kind of hard to tell what it is at this point. So she's really hoping to get some colors next time that will help it look more like a cat, because clearly it doesn't quite yet, which I know it'll be more fun to work on when you can see that it's going to be a cat. So I think these are the 2 eyes starting, but it's really hard to tell. So hopefully we'll be able to work on that a little bit more this summer, and I'll come back and share it if we do. I think she's doing 2 strands on the 16 count. Okay, now regular stitching. My main piece for the week, my gift stitch, I guess. My gift stitch is Beachcomber by Lindy Stitches, and I'm doing this for my mom. And I've been working on the border of this text box, is what I've been calling it. And I'm kind of tempted to not fill it in, because I don't know that I need that, but we'll see. I'll do the words first anyways, just so that I can fill it in if I need to, and without leaving spaces for the words. I'll just do the words first, but I'm tempted to just do the words and call it good. So we'll wait and see, but I may not be filling that in. It's a 40 count raw linen, 1/2 full cross, with my own colors that look similar to what's called for. And this thread that I'm doing in the border and these waves is Winter Sea by Color and Cotton. And that's the color I told you my, I think I told you this fabric was Winter Sea last week. No, that's Frozen Lake. This floss is Winter Sea. But I thought that was fun. So there's that one. I got 2 days on that, but not a ton. I worked all this light yellow in the border, and then I added some of this color. So chipping away at that one as well. Then my WIPGO piece for the week is Colors of the Seasons 2 by Serenita di Campagna. I got this on 123 Stitch. And I am working in the spring section. Loving how it's coming out. I kind of, a little bit tempted to just keep stitching on it. But I did want to work on the ones I had picked on Friday and Saturday. So I was good and I kept going. But here is all of it. Here's my spring that I'm working on. So this is a 27 count Linda in Vintage Country Mocha, and I'm doing 2/2 full crosses called for DMCs. So I did a good amount. I filled in, like, all the oranges and yellows are done, all the grays are done, the brown's done, the peaches for her hands are done. I did 1 or 2 links of I think 2 links of white. So yeah, you can really see everything coming along. So this one will be on my WIPGO board. It's actually on there twice, 2 more times. So I'll for sure finish it before that. I might only need 1 more call to finish it because I have some white to fill in here and in the flowers, and then a little bit more green. I think there might be the second color of green is still needs to be over here. Then there's a third color of green. Then there's a little bit of back stitching too. So, but yeah, that's coming along real nice. Oh, and then I guess I need to add the word spring as well. So I am pretty confident that that should get done this year, barring, I don't know, an emergency of some kind, because it will be on my WIPGO board 2 more times, which will be a total possible 8 more days, which I don't think I'll need 8 more days, but so, but because I finished that call, that was my 3rd and 4th days on it, I got my first WIPGO, so yay! So yeah, it's here and here. It's 2 more times on here. So I might, if I finish it next time, one of these gets called, I might be able to sub out the other one for something else, so that'll be fun. So then my next, well, I'll show my WIP in my plans what my next one will be, but she should call WIPGO on Friday, so for August, so that'll be fun to get into that. My 2 kind of miscellaneous pieces that I pulled out just to get them some attention because I want to try to touch everything at least once this year. First one was Mirabilia's Summer Queen, and I worked in her hair. She looks a little Bride of Frankenstein at this point. Just did 1 color, didn't even get that color finished because these ladies are large. You pull it up and it's like, wow, it's just large scale. So here is where she's at now after 1 day. This is a 32 count linen in Oyster by MCG Textiles, 2/2 full cross. So I did several links of that color in her hair. It's not quite finished. So then I'll go back through and do another color, and you know, there's crown flowers, you know, all that too, but I'll probably do most of the hair first before obviously I'll do all of that before I do the beads, but there's probably some of this is probably pink stitching too, so, but not right now, but that's fun. She actually has some hair. And progress is progress, so that was good. My full coverage I chose for my miscellaneous choice this week was Sunny Birds because that one felt very summer-like to me. Artwork by Oleg Gavrilov, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing the max colors and it's so pretty. I really want to get more done on this, but I'm in the sky, and there's a lot of sky right now just because I'm in the top row of 10 by 10, but the stuff is gonna come pretty quick. So I've already got a tiny bit of bush. Probably the next row or 2 will have peacock already, so it'll be fun just to keep, I want to work on this more. It's really pretty. I'm really enjoying it. So I had a good amount of work done on Saturday, but I actually started another thread, and because I knew if I'd finished 1 more thread I had kind of long threads because it was just a solid chunk of color. I'm like, I just want to keep going, fill it all in. I knew I'd finish a lot of 10 by 10 squares. So I went ahead and worked on more on Sunday, which compromised the amount of time I had on summer montage, but I'm happy with what I got done on this. So this is where this one's at now. This is a 40 count, I think cream linen, 1/1 half cross. And I got a total of 651 half stitches. It's now at 0.96%. I was so hoping that my last length of thread would get me to the 1% mark, but not quite. And I would have needed to completely ignore summer montage and spend even more time on it if I wanted to get to 1, so I decided to, no, it's good. But this whole section across here is done now, except for there's one little section. It's kind of hard to tell because it's so tiny. Maybe right here. There's like 2 stitches that are another color. But other than that, all those blocks along there are finished, which is cool. So I'll keep, next time I pull this out, I'll finish those 2 stitches and keep moving along the top row to get that finished. So that felt good because that was all one color. So I was just like going back and forth and counting, and you know, it wasn't hard. It was not really even monotonous because I had to keep aware of what I was doing because it's so tiny. So that actually helped it go well because I had to pay attention, which kept it from being boring. So it was good. I'm really happy with that. And then I did work a little bit on summer montage. This is by Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Janet Stever. I'm up in the rows and I only did 52 stitches, but they're dark stitches filling up a section, so you can probably actually see what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So this is a 28 count mushroom Lugana 1/1 full cross. And yeah, finished out the little bits here. There's a few scattered stitches. It's only 52 this week, but hopefully next week I'll be able to do a little bit more on it and finish out the month with that, because that'll be my last day on this one. I think next in August, that'll be the, I have down the fall floral cross. Did I already work on the summer shelf? I think what I did is I was putting my my floral crosses on months that had 5 Sundays to try to get them a little bit more attention. I think maybe that's what I did. Yeah, that looks like that's what I did. So I won't work on the stitching shelf, summer shelf, until September. I might flop that though, because I feel like September needs to be fall. So I might flip those and just go ahead and work on my summer shelf in August, even though there's 5 Sundays, that's okay. And then do my floral cross in September. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll flip them. But for now, I get one more day on summer montage this coming Sunday. So my other plans, my gift stitch for this week is Bear Time Stories. I think I've showed you everything I worked on, so now it's time for plans. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs mini Bear Time Stories, artwork by Randall Spangler. And this one is for my middle son. And today is a rest day for Tour de France. So all the stitching I get today will go towards this. So that'll be kind of good. This is where I'm at now. It's a 40 count Verdal 1/1 half cross. So I'll be working in his face, the bear's face, filling in what I can there to try to get that a little more complete looking. That'll be fun. And then this week, I'm going to go on to my second Whipco call for July, which is Rosetto, my counted canvas piece, which I think, yeah, that came out in June too, so this is kind of fun. So here's Rosetto. This is a counted canvas piece by Needle Delights Originals, and I'm using the Call for Everything It's really fun, really pretty. And here is where I'm at now. So this is on the 18 count eggshell, I think, mono canvas that's called for with all the called for threads. And I started in on these little 9 patches because I finished this section last time. So now I'm just going to start in on the 9 patches, and they're mirror images. So I'll do the same design both places until, and I think all the stripey things are strips of things will be at the end. So we'll see. Maybe. Okay, I ran out of storage, so I had to deal with that for a second, but I got to finish my plans. So my 2 fun projects that I decided to pull out this week are Christmas in July projects, because it'll be the 25th and 26th. And I thought, sure, why not? Let's do some Christmas in July. So I'm going to pull out Twisted Christmas Sampler by the Northern Expressions Needlework. And this is a fun one. This makes me want to, maybe next month I'll have to pull out my, the non-Christmas version. Just Twisted Rainbow Sampler? I forget what that one's called now. Anyways, I'm using, it's mostly DMC. There's some, what do you call it? Variegation for some of these bits. They recommend as possible if you don't want to do fiddly bits. Like, sure, let's do that. So I will enjoy working on this for one day on Friday. This is on a, I think a 32 count. Raw silver. The cross stitches are 2 for 2, and this is the variegated floss, are these satin stitches, so that I don't have to change my color out. I'll just use that floss. So I'll see what the next band is going to be. Looks like it'll be some pine cones. So I'll do some pine cones next. That'll be fun. Get some new colors in there too. And then my full coverage choice for this week to go with Christmas in July is the Nativity. I have I have the Magic of Christmas as well, but I think it's been longer since I worked on the Nativity. So I thought, you know what, it's time. I should put that one out. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, hopefully I can finish this. This is the full regular size Nativity, regular colors, everything. So I don't know when I worked on this last, but it'll be fun to pull it out for at least a day. Here is this one. I'll hold it back for a before picture. But this is a 28 count even weave. I think it's a Monaco, white Monaco, and it's 2/1 half cross with a hair on it. So it looks like, at first I have this whole page done, and I was working in my parked threads, I think, and got a little bit of hem started, but then now I'm going across the top to fill in stuff along the top. So I'm hopefully try to reach, you know, get closer at least to reaching the far side. That'll be fun. So that's Nativity. I'll work on that on Saturday. And then I'll go back to summer montage for my last day of that for right now, anyways, because it'll be the last Sunday of July. So with that, I think that's all I can talk about, especially since I'm running out of space on my phone. I took lots of things off, so we'll see. Yeah, I think that's everything. So I hope you have a wonderful end, not quite the end of July, but a wonderful week and whatever you're working on, and happy stitching. Bye.